$2. It's like right there in between. Y'all might be seeing 122 lately. Maybe. So then, I'm going to do something new here, my darlings, okay? I am also recording on YouTube right now, okay? I'm recording live on YouTube. So, if you miss your sign here on TikTok, you can find it on my YouTube. If you'd like to know, which I haven't started any signs yet, okay? Hello, my Angela, how are you? I haven't started any signs just yet, so we go from Aries all the way to Pisces in the order, okay? Confirmation. And then a High Star Funeral, how are you, sweetheart? And then, hi, Em. Hi, how are you, babe? Good to see everybody here. But like I said, if you like have to go and you can't see your sign, okay? I'll talk to you in just a second. No, Noel? No? Okay, I'll talk to you in just a second about how to do readings, okay? But anywho, you can go to my YouTube and it's the same as here on TikTok. It's at Tarot of Truth 144 on YouTube. Okay. If you happen to have to get off and you need to do something, you're at work or whatever, you can go and you can replay my live. I put Zodiac readings and the date on it. Okay. Because I do them every day. So if you happen to miss it, you can go to my YouTube and find it there. All right, sweethearts. So then, and also, no, you asked how to book a reading. So what you can do, sweetheart, is you can hit me up in my DMs. It is $5 for a full in-depth reading, past, present, and future reading. It's $5, okay? And you can send that to my Cash App. I'll let you know all the information if you hit up my DMs, okay? And then if you want just a quick 9-card reading, just advice that you want from the divine, that's $3. And then if you just want a real quick 3-card reading, that's $1. So hit up my DMs and I'll let you know all the information if you want to do that. All right, sweethearts. Welcome in, everybody. Let's get into it. We're going to start off with Aries. All right, Aries. Let's open up that door, Spirit, please, and thank you. Open up the door for Aries Collective. Spirit, please protect me during this act of divination. Please protect the collective, our homes, our loved ones, and even our vehicles. I feel like heavily our vehicles as well while we're driving on the roads at any point in time. Please show me everything I need to see clearly and truthfully. Let my lips speak truth and honesty for all the readings, please, and thank you, Spirit. Make sure I have no other doors open except for the Aries Collective at the moment, please, and thank you, Spirit. Thank you. All right, I feel like it's open. Here we go. We're going to do like we did yesterday. We're going to do the Celtic Cross and really get what's going on in this situation today. All right. So here we go. Aries, strength is your current situation. All right. Strength is the current situation here. And yes, I'm using my computer for YouTube, so I have to go up and down. Okay. So strength is here in the current situation. Your challenge is the Judgment card here. So you are really, you're currently being really strong, but at the same time, you're challenging what judgment is going to be coming upon you for what you're doing right now and what happened in the past. You're really reliving that situation here. Next up, what you need to focus on is moving on. Look at that. Beautiful card. All right. Moving on, possibly a Cancer. It doesn't have to be. You know, we got a lot of signs out here right now. So next up is what happened in your past situation. All right. You went on your journey. All right. You went on your journey and good for you. So that's good. That's nothing bad. Thank you, darling. Thank you, Yami. I appreciate that, sweetheart. Next up is your strength. Your star energy, Aries. All right. Your star energy is on point. So that is your strength right now. You realize that you are the creator of your own life. Only you can make shit happen in your own life, right? Hi, Yami. Good to see you, babe. You are the only one that can make shit happen in your own life, like I said. So you are the star. So shine bright like that diamond that you know you are. Okay. So in the near future, you are going to get a lot of generosity, either with, I feel like it's going to be with money. There's going to be some generous offer that comes to you here shortly, okay, in the near future. Your advice is to stay strong, stay headstrong, stay wise, use your wisdom to your best ability, and use your intellect, okay, and also make sure you're using your intuition. All right. Use your intuition so that it can best benefit you here in the near future. In your vicinity, in your community, we have the Lover's card. All right. Possible Gemini, doesn't have to be. There's a lot of major arcana out here. Okay. A lot. And that is what's going on around you in your area, in your community. There's a lot of love going on, and that is trying to work its way into your energy right now. Next up, we have your hopes and fears, a contract. Like I said, okay, like I was saying, there's a lot of love going on, and it's trying to make its way into your energy. It is trying to come in, but you're sitting here with the strength card and being really fiery, okay? And not really letting that love come in. So I feel like you need to start going with the flow a little bit more. You need to start understanding that you have to use all of the air, fire, water, and earth, right? You have to use it all, and spirit, if you resonate with the 13th zodiac sign, okay? And spirit. And that will help you to manifest this in better and understand that using love and compassion, as well as everything that the high priestess and the hierophant are, right? That's what they want you to do. They want you to use all the elements all together so that you can receive all of the love and be the star that you know you are. Okay, loves? So your best possible outcome is happy family, happy life, very freaking abundant, bro. Okay? That is the best possible outcome here if you take this advice today. All right? So then, next up, I don't think I got them out there. They are. Like always, the Zodiac Oracle for you, my darlings. All right, for the Aries signs. Here we go. Show me for Aries spirit, please and thank you. That one? Yes, they said yes. Sagittarius, going with the flow. All right, Sagittarius right there. All right. Hey, y'all, if y'all don't like reading backwards on TikTok, you might want to go to my YouTube because it doesn't read backwards on there. Oh, man. Okay, so Sagittarius, here we are. Fire's strong drive strives to stand out from the crowd as it rests in the mutable go with the flow quality. The key phrase I perceive means there is motivation to look around to discover your own individuality while finding your place in the world. In this situation, ask, how can I best be true to myself? Be honest with yourself and with the rest of the world. Sagittarian energy is said to be a mile long and an inch deep, as well as self-involved. Slow down so that you can perceive the depth as well as the breadth of the situation. Avoid careless unkindness. So exactly what I was saying, you're here in the fire energy right now. You're here in the fire energy, which that is what a Sagittarius is. It's fire energy. But Sagittarius uses the air qualities as well. And that's what they want you to do. And your advice here is go with the flow and understand that you need to use all of the elements together, Aries. All right, loves. So then, I close that Aries door, Spirit, please and thank you. And we are now going to move on to Taurus. Woohoo! Taurus. 111 is 1212 where I am right now. So y'all might be seeing that a lot lately. 222. I woke up at 555 this morning. I just woke up. I was like, whoa. Hello. But 111 I've been seeing a lot lately as well. 1010. Y'all might be seeing that. And that's for all the signs. Okay. It's not just one sign there. All of you might be seeing these numbers. If you are, it's for you, my darlings. So make sure you gave everybody back their power and their energy, Spirit, please and thank you. 1044 as well. I just saw it on my timer up here. Rawr. Thank you, my love. I love it, a panther. I do. Hello, Angel. How are you, sweetheart? So we're moving on to Taurus, everybody. Let's get Taurus's read out. Open up that door, Spirit, please and thank you. Okay. They're like, one more time. You didn't open the door yet. All right, then. There we go. Current situation. Holy shit. You saw me shuffle these cards, okay? I'm well, sweetheart. I am well. Thank you. Thank you for asking. I appreciate that. Awesome. Well, this is your read. And y'all saw me shuffle these cards, all right? You remember how in the Aries read, judgment was in the challenge? Well, guess what? That's your current situation right now, Taurus, okay? That is your current situation. You are in the judgment era, okay? And what your challenge is getting to level up. You're not talking to source. You're not talking to your dream team, to your ancestors, whatever you believe in. Hi, Nia. Good to see you, sweetheart. Whatever you believe in, you're not listening and you're not talking to them. So, yes, right now you are in your current judgment era, Taurus, okay? With that being said, we're going to move on to what you need to focus on, okay? And what you need to focus on is being in this energy, the King of Wands, okay? The King of Wands energy. That means you are strong, resilient, passionate, you have desires, and your drive. That is what the King of Wands is all about. And he's the king, right? That's masculine energy. So he is over there just pushing and pushing and pushing and driven to fulfill his desires and his passions. And that's what you need to be in right now, right there. That's what you need to focus on, Taurus, okay? Next up, what happened in your past? You had a wheel of fortune. You had a spurt of really good luck, okay? Really good luck here. And that really was working out for you is what I'm feeling like. But, that is in the past. So let me see what your strength is here. You winning the battle. That is what your strength is here, Taurus, okay? And I'm doing this for anybody who's new because I am also on YouTube if you miss any of your reads. Because YouTube, the live recordings, they record and go to the channel. So that's why I'm doing it this way so y'all can. Hi, Serafina. It's good to see you, sweet love. I'm glad you're here. So like I said, if you need to see replay whatever you missed, go to my YouTube channel, okay? But yeah, your strength is that you won the battle, my loves, okay? You won the battle. I don't know what that battle is, but in your near future, you're going to get the good luck. Again, the lucky duck energy here. Okay, with the lucky duck here, you're sitting on your coins, you're counting your coins, you're understanding that you can't go and spend frivolously. I am well, Serafina. I am well. How are you, sweetheart? But with that being said, Taurus, I feel like here in the past with the Wheel of Fortune here, you were very prosperous in the past, and it kind of took a little nosedive because, well, not a nosedive. You kind of just sat there, is what I'm feeling like. You kind of just sat there. And, sorry, squirrel, apologies. Anywho, so what they want you to know right now, Taurus, is that you need to really go to source, your higher power, whatever you believe in. Okay. It does count. It does count. Just keep going. That's all that matters. You just keep going. All right, no matter what. In your advice is using your intuition, working with your dream state as well. Manifesting is also what I'm getting from this card. That's not really what the moon card represents. It doesn't always represent manifestation, but that is what I'm feeling from this right now. So I always go with my feelings, okay? Next up in your vicinity, in your community, is you being celebrated, my sweet loves. You're being celebrated, but you're not seeing it. You're worrying about the judgment that has come down on you from the past and what happened in the past. Hi, Steffi. Good to see you, sweetheart. Good to see you, honey. I am on Taurus currently, okay? So then, with that being said, open your eyes. That's what I just heard. You need to open your eyes, sweetheart, okay? Well, welcome in, Steffi. I'm glad you're here. Welcome. Welcome in. With that being said, let's see what your hopes and fears are. A new offer of abundance coming in, my sweethearts. That is what your hopes and fears are about. Back at you, Steffi. So don't fear that it's not going to come in. That's what I'm feeling like you're very fearful about right now, is that it won't come in. And that's not true. It will come in as long as you talk to source, get on that spiritual kick if that's what you're trying to do, because it looks like you are. That's why you're in the judgment era right now, because you're debating. You're not taking that leap of faith, right? You're debating on this. And I feel like you need to stop the debate in your own head right now. The best possible outcome is that you come out as a wounded warrior. Okay? That's what the best possible outcome. All right, sweetheart, come back. That is the best possible outcome. And it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing to be a wounded warrior. All right, everybody. I want to make that abundantly clear. It is not a bad thing. That just means you are fucking resilient. Nothing can get you down. You can trudge through the trenches and you can make it out alive still. Okay, that's what that means. So then, now we are going to move on to your zodiac sign, or your zodiac oracle, and see what spirit really wants you to work on right now and how to best help you with your situation today. All right. Aquarius. All right. There's the Aquarius card. Aquarius. Let us see what Aquarius has to say. I'm just going to be this way. The communicative energy of air finds determination in the fixed stick-to-it quality. You may not have the answers, but you have a network available to you. Use it, and the answer to everything is at your fingertips. The key phrase I know is a little misleading. You don't necessarily know the answers, but rather you know how to find them. In this situation, ask, who has the information I need? Also, Google is your best friend, okay? Having big visions and loving ideas makes for great conversations, but can leave a relationship empty of human emotion and others feeling neglected. Avoid being distant, detached, and cold. No, ma'am, I have not done Leo yet. And like I said, if you do miss this reading right now, if you have to leave or whatever, and you do miss your sign, you can go to my YouTube. It's the same as on TikTok. It's at Tarot Truth 144, just on YouTube. Okay, just in case you have to go. Okay, just subscribe there. You don't have to subscribe to watch it, but it is appreciated. All right. So it is, and it's going to be in my lives on YouTube as well. Just so if you need to backtrack and see it again, then you can. All right, sweethearts. So then I am going to close out your door, Taurus, and give you back your power and your energy, sweetheart. All right. Capricorn, yay. I'm moving on to Cancer right now. Okay, I just did Aries and Taurus, or I'm moving on to Gemini. I apologize, I almost skipped Gemini. Oops, moving on to Gemini. You're welcome, sweetie pie. All right, here we go. All right, open up that door for Gemini, please, and thank you, Spirit. Open up Gemini's door, please. I don't know what's up with Gemini doors lately, but it's like, oh, I just seen you, Cameron, on YouTube. I'm sorry about that. I didn't see it there, but I am on Gemini now. All right. Sorry about that, sweetheart. Yeah, like the doors are like really creaky for Gemini lately. I don't know what that's all about. It's strange. It's strange to me. Anywho, all right, here we go. So current energy for Geminis is justice. How cool is that? Justice for Gemini right now. That is cool. That is cool. What is your challenge? Standing in your power. All right. So what I'm feeling here is, why are you not standing in your power? Why is that such a challenge for you, Gemini? Because if we did do Aries, sweetheart. So if you want, you can go, you can go to my YouTube channel. It's at Tarot Truth 144, just how it is on here on TikTok. And you can replay the Aries if you'd like. Okay, sweetheart? I hope that helps you, because I'm recording on YouTube at the same time. Okay. Anywho, so Gemini, so why are you not standing in your power? You're welcome, sweetheart. You're very welcome. All right. So if Gemini, why aren't you standing in your power if you're receiving justice? That just bewilders me. Okay. I don't understand why you're not standing in your power for getting justice. So let's see what you need to focus on. A new love offer coming in, Gemini. There's a new freaking love offer coming in, loves. So stand in your damn power, bro. That's what you're needing to focus on. Your justice already came for your past, whatever happened. Let's see what's in the past. Cultivation, watering your own garden, giving back to yourself, because I really feel like there was some kind of maybe a nasty little spat between lovers is what I'm feeling here. And if that's the case, you decided to start giving back to yourself. Good for you. And since you did that, you are getting the justice coming to you. All right. With all of that, you need to understand standing in your power and understanding who you are is all a part of what you're needing to focus on. And that's that new love offer coming in, because they're standing there like, hey, here he is. Here she is. Take it. And you're not taking it because you're not focusing on it. You're focusing on celebrating your win. And yes, you do celebrate your win. That is a very good thing to do, but for a period of time. And then you let it go and you continue on with your life, right? So your strengths are being wise and strong and flowing. All right? You're highly intelligent. There's nothing that can stop your intellect from succeeding in all endeavors, right? Because you got justice, because you are so highly intelligent and wise and use your intuition, sweethearts. Okay? So next up is in the near future. You're going to get the lucky duck syndrome here, okay? You're going to sit on your coins and you're not going to spend frivolously so that your offer can come in. Next up is advice from the divine. Yeah. You are a wounded warrior, they're saying right now, okay? You are a wounded warrior, but that doesn't mean that you just stop because you won the battle. You don't just stop. You continue going so that you can get more of what you're wishing and desiring, right? So they're saying just because you're a wounded warrior, and even though you're getting justice, why the hell are you just sitting there and not continuing on your path? You need to continue staying in your power, okay? Next up is your community. There's a lot of fighting going on in your community, I see here, okay? You see the dragons freaking having a free for all with each other. So even with all the fighting going on, you know what you do is you look at them, you smile and wave and walk away. That's how you get through that. If there's a fight afoot in your vicinity, just walk away. Smile, laugh even. I love doing that to my enemies. They hate it. They absolutely hate it. They will just, they'll get even more mad. And I'm like, at least I'm not the one acting a fucking fool, right? I have not gotten to the Libra yet, sweetness. I am not. So then, next up is your hopes and fears, Gemini. A new beginning in truth. And maybe you're hoping this and kind of fearing this at the same time. Yeah, I feel like you're hoping and fearing it at the same time. So this new beginning in speaking your truth, living your truth, it's what needs to happen in order for you to get your best possible outcome. Okay? You need to be honest with yourself and everybody else around you. Your best possible outcome is you fucking resting, bro. Sorry, I didn't freeze. I'm reading. All right, sweetheart. Well, I haven't gotten to Capricorn or Scorpio yet. I'm barely on Gemini. So if you want to stick around, sweetheart, outlaw, you can stick around and see what's going on in both of y'all's energies, okay? I hope to see you. Alrighty. And if you don't want to stick around and you want to replay this later, go to my YouTube at Tarot of Truth 144. Okay? I hope that helps you, sweetheart. So then, like I said, this is your best possible outcome. Resting. Rest and rejuvenation will do wonders for you, Gemini. Okay, honey, thank you. I'm glad you're going to stay. So just rest, rejuvenate, and everything will come to fruition for you. All right? So then, Gemini, let us get you a zodiac oracle. Oh, okay. Ooh, Scorpio. So this is what you need to start working on and being in this kind of era. For today, you know, I do these readings daily. So this is for today. This is how you need to respond to whatever fight comes about in your community. All right? Ooh, right to the page. The mysterious energy of water takes on the fixed quality of intensity to suggest a determined quest to unearth the truth. The key phrase I create plays out as a motivation to create reality based on hand-picked truths. In this situation, ask, what is the truth behind the facade? Things are not always what they seem. The energy of Scorpio is alluring and powerful and can be dangerous when pursued for its own sake rather than as a means to a healthy and balanced end. Avoid using your powers for evil. All right, everybody? So then, I hope that helped you, Gemini. I really, really do, my darlings. And I am now going to close Gemini's door. Give everybody back their power and their energy, spirit, please. And thank you. Oh, that was cool. Woo! That was cool. And I felt it go from my shoulders all the way through my fingers. It's like, here you go. Out of here. All right. I apologize, everybody. I need to go and grab a water real quick. I'm getting really parched. Give me just one moment. Hello, darling. Hello. Good to see you. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Here we go. I'm back. Mmm, that's good water. Nice and cold and refreshing. Okay, here we go, my loves. So then, we are now going to open up Cancer's reading. I feel like this thing is like right in my face, so I'm going to move it over just a tad. There we go. That's a little better. All right. Open up Cancer's door, please, and thank you, Spirit. Let's see what you have to tell Cancer today. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. I do what I can. No, I'm just kidding. I barely even try. I really do. I just throw on some stuff and go. That's why I like to wear dresses. I love dresses because you can just throw them on and fucking go. All right, Cancer. You said that was enough shuffling. Here we go. Your current energy right now, Cancers. Ooh, toxicity. All right. The devil energy here. Okay. So I feel like you are being a kind of in a toxic energy. Okay. So then your challenge is your choices. That goes pretty well with toxic energy, right? You need to start making choices, right, Cancer? All right. Why are you being toxic right now, Cancer? That's, you know what? I can't judge. I'm not a judge, all right? I'm not the Most High, so there's no reason for me to judge anybody. You don't need to leave. It's okay. I don't judge anybody because you know what? I used to be very toxic and I understand that it's hard to not be. It's all about understanding and reaching new levels, right? New levels, new devils. That's just a fact. All right. So next up, your challenge or your what you're needing to focus on is your dreams. Maybe. Okay. I will pray for you. You know what? I work with the light and the dark too. That's part of yeah, but he forgives as well, right, sweetheart? He forgives as well. Anywho, so we're moving on. Okay, so what you're needing to focus on right now, sweethearts, my dear Cancers, is your dream state. Are you having a lot of nightmares lately? And if you are, you have to remember that the dream state, and if you're having nightmares, it's just telling you what to look out for. And it's not really a message, okay? You got to remember that. Your messages come through a good dream. That's whenever your messages actually come through. So you have to remember to work with the light and dark and understand when it's a message and when it isn't. Yeah, water isn't fun. It's very very blah, but you know, it's good for you. So in the past, you had a very stagnant energy, Cancer. Okay. You had a very stagnant energy here. And let's see, your strengths are going to source, going to whoever you believe in, God, gods, goddesses, angels, whatever it is you believe in. That's what your strength is. So you need to start talking to them more, your dream team. You really need to start seeking them out and understanding what they are trying to give to you and say to you. Okay? Next up in your near future is happy family, happy life, full of abundance, maybe possibly even a mansion. Okay, so with that being said, what's the advice then to get there? There's going to be an offer coming in of abundance, a knight coming in. Somebody's going to come in and talk to you about what you need in order to get what you are desiring. Okay, so work with your dream team in your dream state and understand your mission. is what they're wanting here. In your vicinity, in your community, you have a contract coming in that's trying to come in and talk to you, but you're not allowing it because you're sitting here in this devilish toxic energy. You have to make the choice. It's up to you. I can't tell you. Nobody can tell you or make you do anything. You have to do it yourself, and you have to remember that there is nobody out there that can do it for you. Okay. Next up, your hopes and fears is a message of truth. So I feel like you might be fearing this message today. Okay. You're fearing the fact that I'm going to tell you to get the fuck out of this energy, right? That's how it is. You're fearing that I'm telling you to make a fucking choice. Excuse my language, but I have to. I don't do it intentionally. It comes through my dream team, okay? And I get a little hostile because they make me do it. They're like, do it. So I do it. I don't ignore my dream team, okay? I don't. And maybe that's what you need to do now too. Stop ignoring them. They're feeling neglected because you are a very spiritual person and you're not giving them any attention. You're not paying any attention to them, and that's not good. Cancer. We're in Cancer now, sweetie. We're in Cancer now, sweet. All right. So next up, your best possible outcome is a generosity of material wealth. It doesn't have to be material wealth. It can be just a generosity of energy, generosity of time, generosity of love, what have you, whatever is coming in. That is your best possible outcome, Cancer. All right. So now then, we are going to do your Zodiac Oracle. All right. It is fucking hot in here. I don't understand what the hell's going on. So Cancer, I think Cancer's got 2 cards yesterday too. That's wild. We got your Uranus. All right. We got Uranus. I don't know if y'all can see that with all the letters up there. All right. Uranus and Taurus. So these are the energies that you are going to have to work on today so that you can level up a little bit. All right. If you want to level up, you don't have to. I'm not telling you what to do. So Uranus is associated with the primal Greek sky god of the same name. Uranus brings up some powerful human needs, such as the desire for freedom and individuality, as well as push toward a larger vision and humanitarian service. Big thoughts, big insights, and big changes are represented by Uranus. Next up is the Taurus. The stable energy of Earth combines with the fixed, determined quality and advises practical planning. Gather the facts, understand the data, figure out the next best step. The key phrase I have means that the motivation is centered on resources and to best deploy them. In this situation, ask, what do I have and how can I best invest it? Make a plan and commit yourself to seeing it through. Determination is a great quality, but if taken to an extreme, it can lead to disaster. While you are being advised here to make and commit to a plan, be flexible enough to modify it if need be. Avoid stubbornness. All right, Cancer? Boom! Mind blown. Just kidding. I don't know why I said that. It just came out. Oh, I cracked myself up. That was a knee slapping good. Anywho, I close Cancer's door now, Spirit. Give everybody back their power and energy, please. All right. Next up, we have Leo. My Leos, my darlings. Here we go. Open up that door, please, and thank you, Spirit. Open up Leo's door, please. I don't have a sister. Woohoo, Leos! I do not have a sister. Well, I guess you could count my brother as a sister. I don't know. They said, yeah. Did you hear that confirmation? That's good stuff. I love my brother. He's fun. All right, Leo, here we go, babies. Current energy for Leo spirit. You got the Justice card, my sweet loves. Justice for my Leos. Good deal. Good deal. That is your current energy right now, my Leos. All right. So, what is the challenge with this Justice spirit? Your heartbreak. All right. All right, sweethearts. So then, you got justice for this heartbreak, is what it's saying here. And you're letting that heartbreak define you. What the fuck are you doing? All right. Why? Why are you doing that to yourself? You know, especially if you got justice for it. Yeah, we all feel heartbreak at some point in our lives. You have to remember that. Everybody feels some kind of heartbreak somewhere along their lifeline. Okay. But we have to get over it. We have to initiate that next higher resonance. All right. That next level. What is what they need to focus on? The Two of Cups. All right. What you need to focus on is bringing, if you resonate with the twin flame journey, you need to start focusing on that. A possible soul contract that you may be in right now, Leo. Okay. Or what is coming in the future. I don't know yet. But that's what you need to focus on. Leave this shit in the past. It's irrelevant now. Okay. Pick yourself up, put the pieces back together because only you can do that. Yes, your counterpart can help with that, but they can't do a whole lot with it. It's up to you. It's up to you to understand and make yourself whole again in order to bring in this union here. All right. What was in the past, Spirit? The contract that you just went through that you were heartbroken about. Okay. The contract with the 3 of coins here, but you got justice for it. They're right next to each other. Look at that. Okay. Actually, if it's like that, whenever I'm looking at it here, it's actually like this. That contract is not facing you, right? It's not facing you here. Okay. So it is just going over here on its own because it's gone. It's in the past. It's done and over with. Let it go. It's time to let it go, Leo. Okay. That is what they're trying to tell you now so that you can focus on this new one coming in that is so much better for you. You got to remember they want to give you the best for you as long as you do the work. You have to do the work. This is also about working hard. Look at him working so hard. Okay, he's working so hard at this little thing here. Okay, you're in Aries, sweetness. So what you can do if you want to watch the Aries from this live is you can go to my YouTube channel. I'm recording it right now as I'm doing this live. It's in my lives, okay? And you can go back and replay the Aries. And my YouTube is the same as on here. It's at Tarot of Truth 144. Okay, sweetheart? All righty then. So next up, my Leos. All right. What is your strength? Your dream state. Okay. I feel like you manifest during your dreams. I feel like that's where you're very welcome, sweetheart. I feel like that's where you really start to manifest what you're wanting. Okay. Yes, this can mean nightmares, but not always. That's why I'm an intuitive and I get my feelings from how the rest of the cards are laid out. And what I'm feeling here is it's your dream state. Okay, you need to focus a little more on manifesting in this new love and getting rid of that heartbreak. You need to start healing your own heart. Yes, I understand. There's so many people out there that say, I've said it too. I'm not innocent to it. I have said it too, but I have recent knowledge that made a whole lot more sense to me. Okay. There's a lot of people out there that say you have to heal before you can love again, basically. And that's not entirely true. It isn't. I realized that myself after I had been saying it for a while. I'm like, holy shit. Okay, that isn't entirely true. So we're going to recap here. Hold on a second. There we go. Okay, so we're going to recap here. And actually, you can heal to a point, right? You can heal enough to let love in, and so that you can understand that love is good. But once you heal that enough, then you can join with somebody else who is just as loving and caring as you, has the same values as you, and then you guys can heal together and grow together. So I feel like that, and I'm getting the juice bumps as I'm saying that. And like I said, it's fucking hot in here. Okay, it's so hot in here. I feel like I'm sweating really bad. Okay. So that is what I need to say to everybody here, apparently, my Leos. So just know, heal enough that you can love again, and then heal the rest with your partner, with your future partner. So in the near future, you're going to get that message of love. Okay, that message of love is coming in the near future. And your advice is to look out for a thief. And the thief, I am thinking, is this past contract, the one who broke your heart. Don't let them back in because they already broke your heart. What makes you think that they're not going to do it again, right? If they did it once, why wouldn't they do it again? Plain and simple, right? So they are telling you to look out for that thief. In your community, in your vicinity, they're wanting to offer you a brand new, passionate, and desirable beginning, something that fuels your passion, your desires, and your drive. That is what they're wanting to give you. And it's right there next to you. Only you're not focusing on it. You're focusing on here, the heartbreak, all right, of this past situation. Stop doing that. Leave the past in the past. Heal a little bit so you can get this new love offer that you are wanting so badly. It'll come in. Your hopes and fears are that you won't get the generosity you deserve or that you're wanting, right? Is that what you're hoping and fearing? You're fearing that you're not going to get that? Well, use your dream state to manifest everything that you want, because I'm going to tell you right now that your dream team is always with you, always, even in your dream state. They're right there fighting your battles for you day in and day out, okay? Night and day, all the time. All right, Leo? Your best possible outcome? The sun. The fucking sun, bro. That is your best possible outcome. All right? You have to understand that you are brilliant. I don't know why I said brilliant, but you're brilliant, okay? That wasn't the word that I was trying to come out, but you're fucking brilliant, bro. Realize that, understand it, and use that to manifest everything that you are desiring, because you can get that. All right, sweethearts? So let's go ahead and get your Zodiac Oracle card so you know how to best go about your day. All right, this is for today, because I'll have another message for you tomorrow. Jupiter. All right. Jupiter is what you are needing to reside in for today, my loves. Let's see if I can find it. There it is. Jupiter is associated with the Roman god Jupiter, ruler of heaven and earth, thought of as a fair and just protector. Jupiter is often thought of as the planet of luck and expansion. The desire to understand the bigger picture, to prosper, and to experience joy are a big part of Jupiter's influence. Optimism, faith, and spirituality play roles in these issues. That's exactly what I'm telling you. You need to experience joy, Leo. You need to stop wallowing in the past. It's done and over. You can't change it. So why sit there and cry about it forever? You got something good coming in and you're not seeing it. Open your eyes and let it go. All right. I hope that helps you, Leo. I now close Leo's door, Spirit. Please and thank you. Give everybody back their power and their energy. And we are going to move on to Virgo. Please and thank you. I hope that helped you, my darlings. I really, really do. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Yami. I appreciate you, sweetheart. That one was a heavy one. That one hit me heavy. I could feel it in my chest still, even though I gave you back your energy and power. It's still in there. I can still feel it heavy. All right, my loves. Yeah, Virgo. Sometimes I forget where I'm at. Let me step off screen for just a quick moment, okay? Just right over here. Okay. Okay, we're good. It's good. It's good. All right. See where I'm Virgo? Almost halfway through. All right. Open that door for Virgo, please, and thank you, Spirit. There was a big slam there. There was a big whoosh, and it slammed against a wall. So somebody might be very angry, I feel like, okay? And I'm sorry if you are. But here we go. Your current situation is you working very hard, okay, Virgo? You're working your ass off right now to gain some kind of prosperity, is what I'm feeling. Your challenge is not spending frivolously. That's what I'm getting from this lucky duck card, the 4 of coins. So that is, I get it. I get it. I like to spend my money. I do. I can't window shop for the life of me. There's no way. If I see something, I'm like, I even tell my husband, I'm like, bro, you're not going to take me if we're not going to get anything because you know me. I can't just go window shopping and not get something. That's just how I am. Okay. So I try not to leave my house very often because of that. And then online shopping does not help the situation whatsoever. Okay. Anywho, so that's what you're doing right now, Virgo, is you're having a challenge in not spending your hard-earned money. I get that 100%. What you're needing to focus on is the fight at hand, okay? The fight at hand with the 5 of Wands. That is what you're needing to focus on. And I guess there might be a fight going on with you, which is probably why I felt that door just swing open and slam into a wall. Okay. So I feel like that's, there's some kind of anger and fighting happening in your vicinity, in your energy. And I don't know if it's mental or actually like out in the open physically or what it is yet, but that's what you're needing to focus on, not spending your money. Maybe you're fighting with your partner because you're spending your money too much. That's a possibility, okay? But I do see you working hard. In your past is that heartbreak, okay? Maybe, okay, I'm feeling like the heartbreak is because you were spending money too much. Okay. And it caused the fight. So that's what you're needing to focus on. Stop spending your money everywhere that it's not relevant right now. Use it wisely and spend it wisely. Okay. Your strength is a celebration with friends and or family. That is your strength right now. That doesn't mean that you need to go to a bar and party with friends and family. That is not what that means. That means you guys can kick back at the house, at home, whatever, buy a bottle of wine and sit there and drink for the night. And that's it. Okay. Don't go and spend your money on all kinds of other shit that you don't need. Hello, Karina. Hello, Alex. Good to see y'all. So, in your near future, we have the Empress card. All right. It doesn't necessarily mean pregnancy, but it can mean pregnancy. Okay. What I'm feeling here with this is you're birthing something new. You're understanding the message. Thank you, Karina. I love you, baby. So, what I'm getting here is if you understand what I'm telling you right now, this message that's going on, Virgo, then you are going to here in the near future be able to create that something new and get over that heartbreak and not worry about the fight anymore. But that is what you need to focus on, the fight to stop spending all your fucking money, bro. Okay, that is what they want you to stop doing. I feel like that's the fight now. Okay, that is the fight that you need to focus on, fighting for yourself, and forget about the heartbreak in the past because it's done and over with, right? You need to start birthing something new here really soon. Their advice is to take that fucking leap of faith. Why do we gotta cuss so much all the time? All right, everybody, I apologize. I really do, but when I channel, it just comes out, okay? 5555 is relevant. That's the number on the timer on my YouTube channel right now, okay? So you might be seeing a lot of fives lately. I woke up at 555 this morning, okay? All right, Alex, you're a Leo, sweetheart. So I just got done doing Leo. We're going to pause with you, Virgo, for a second. I just got done doing Leo. So if you want, like I said, I'm on YouTube at the same time, and they actually save the lives, right? You can't replay this live here on TikTok. So if you want to go to my YouTube and see the message there, because I do the messages daily. So because energies switch constantly all the time, it's very quick moving energy. So if you want, you can go to my YouTube channel, and it's the same as on here. It's at Tarot Truth 144. Okay, it's the same as here, and you can replay your Leo on there. Okay, sweetheart. Okay, good deal. Hi, Mary. Good to see you, love. Good to see you, my love. Alrighty. So Virgo, you need to go and take that leap of faith, is what they're telling you. So you need to understand the message that I'm giving you right now, sweethearts. Okay. And in your community, in your vicinity, in your energy is the privileged lady. That's you. They want you to understand that just because you are the privileged lady does not mean that you go out and spend all your money in one place, that you're spending and spending and spending and not on the right things. All right, sweetheart, I'll see you in a bit. That's what they want you to understand. Just because you're a privileged lady doesn't mean that you get to just go and do whatever the fuck you want. They want to get a message out to you, Virgo. Holy shit. All right. Your hopes and fears are giving back to yourself. All right. This, I feel, is more of a hope that you can give back to yourself and spend your money as much as you want. Yes, I know. I feel like that's what you're wanting. You're wanting to spend on yourself. I understand that. I get that. But at the same time, there's something going on that has prevented you to be able to spend wisely on the things you need right now because you're birthing something new here. Maybe you're an artist, a musician, whatever, a writer. And whenever that comes about, you are probably going to have to spend a little money to get that promoted, right? That's how that industries work. You have to spend some to make some, right? So that is why they want you to stop spending your money just willy-nilly all over the place. You need to save some so that you can promote and get all your work, your hard work out there and bought and sold. You know what I mean? That's what they're wanting you to do. And I'm getting the juice bumps like no freaking other. So I know I'm on point with this. That's what they want you to do today. Okay. Your best possible outcome, the fucking 10 of Pentacles, happy family, happy life, and very, fucking wealthy. All right? Very wealthy. I got you, sweetie. I got you. I'm the same way. Hey, I cannot be a judge. I am not a judge. I understand 100%. I am the same way. All right. But we have to learn at some point, right? We have to understand that if we want our shit out there and everything, that we have to cut back and save. All right. So then, let me get an oracle card for you today, my darling. They gave you two. So these, you need to combine these energies today. You need to combine them to benefit you tomorrow. Okay. So we got Capricorn here, the Capricorn card. Alrighty. And Gemini. Okay. So we have earth and air here. Very go with the flow, down to earth. Let's see what they have to say to you, my darlings. So Capricorn, Earth's practical energy takes on an almost fiery intensity through the cardinal qualities. Determination to succeed leads sometimes to success and sometimes to learning lessons the hard way. All right. The key phrase I use means that you are motivated to use whatever is to hand in order to achieve your goals. In this situation, ask, what do I want and what can I use to manifest it? Spin gold from straw. Hard work, but the sense of satisfaction is priceless. The drive to achieve is great, but there is danger in chasing goals simply for to enhance your reputation. You may step along others on the way up the mountain. Avoid heartless ambition. And woo, they are in my energy heavy right now. They even opened the page to the next one. So Gemini, the fast-moving energy of air moves with mutable flow and suggests that you consider every option, every facet of a situation before taking action. The key phrase, I think, means that the motivation is centered on gathering and assessing as much information as possible. In this situation, ask, what do I need to know more about? Follow your curiosity and don't stop until it's satisfied. Gemini energy is very fast moving and can easily get distracted. There are so many things to be curious about and pay attention to. Reel that in a bit and make sure you stay focused. Avoid flightiness. There you have it, Virgo. All right, my loves. I hope that helped you. Come back tomorrow for your tomorrow's read. All right. But yeah, stop spending all your money. Stop doing that so that you can succeed and have all your goals and wishes fulfilled. Thank you for the love, Elena. I appreciate it, sweetheart. I really do. I'm so glad to see everybody here. All right. So we're going to close out Virgo's door. Please and thank you, Spirit, and give everybody back their power and energy so they can succeed today. All right. I don't know. Can you? Can you trust Mike? Ask yourself that question. Can you? If you don't think you can, then I don't think you can. If you get the feeling, use your intuition, sweetheart. Can you trust him? Ah, that's up to you. If you want to be here for the Zodiac reads, be here for the Zodiac reads, okay? And that might tell you exactly what you need to see. And everybody, please excuse my door back there. My son's a little butthead. He likes to, he's a paint eater. So he peeled the paint off my doors. Little turd. I've been trying to stay home and avoid all that. Good. That's how I avoid it. You know, I work my ass off. I do. I'm here doing 2 channels all the time and freaking working outside of outside the house, and I'm like, hey, and I get paid daily, right? I get paid as soon as I'm done with my day. And so I'm like, hey, I got money. I got money. I want to go spend it. And it's really hard to not spend it. 1441 may be relevant to somebody in the chat, okay? So then we are moving on to Libra now. Spirit, please and thank you. Will you open up Libra's door, please? There it goes. It was a little stuck. Libra's door was a little stuck today. Said, no, I don't wanna. I don't wanna. You can't make me. Look what I can do. Sorry. I don't know where that energy came from. Okay, here we go, y'all. Libra, your current situation, my darlings, is you are giving back to yourself. You're cultivating, watering your garden, giving back to you. Good for you. That is awesome. What is your challenge? A betrayal that happened. Okay, that is your challenge, is a betrayal. Maybe it really hurt you so bad that you just said, fuck it, and started giving back to yourself. Good for you. What do you need to focus on? A message about abundance. Okay, so you're getting messages coming in, but you're not paying attention. You're paying attention to yourself, is what I'm getting here. Which isn't a bad thing, but there is always, you can always resonate with, too much of something, right? You might be seeing the number 66 a lot lately, or 16, or 166. That's coming out as well, okay? So Libras, yeah, I agree. Paying attention to yourself is a good thing, okay? It really is. It's a good thing, but there's always a point when something is just too much, okay? You can stop and smell the roses, and then look up for a minute so that you can see what else is going on around you. You have an offer, you have a message, not an offer, and a message here about some kind of abundance, but you're not seeing it because you're paying attention to yourself. You're being a little self-absorbed, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but right now it kind of is, okay, Libra? So in the past, you were alchemizing and manifesting heavily. Okay, that's what I feel like was happening in the past, and you decided to give back to yourself for some reason. I don't know yet. I don't exactly know just yet. Okay. So then your strengths are resting. That is what gave you strength, was to rest with the whole manifesting thing, which I feel like you were manifesting, and it ended up in a betrayal, is how I feel of what happened. So you decided to give back to yourself, which was good, but now it's time to transition into, paying attention to everything else, not just yourself, okay? And in your near future are going to be some dreams coming in. I'm not saying nightmares, they might be nightmares, but everybody manifests in their own way. This is also a way to manifest in your dreams, okay? Especially if you pay too much attention to your dreams, right? You see in your dreams your partner cheating on you, for instance. This is just an example. And if you see that happening, then you go to the whole scenario. Oh my God, he's cheating on me. Oh my God, she's doing this. Oh my God, he's doing that. Well, now you're manifesting it, okay? And that's what they're trying to get you to understand here in the near future, is when those dreams do come in, regardless if they're good or bad dreams, you need to remember what you should resonate in, or what you should manifest, and what you should just leave in the dream state, okay? Because if they're nightmares like that, that is the evil trying to come out from others around you, the jellies, okay? They're jealous of what you have and what you do and what you can do, okay? And so they're projecting that on you constantly. They're just like, here, you think you're better than me? Here. And you know what? You sit there and you say, yeah, I am better than you because I'm not doing what the fuck you're doing, right? I'm not projecting onto you. I'm sitting over here in my own little world. Fuck you. Okay. And good for you. That's what you should do. But whenever those naughty dreams come in from them, you leave them alone. Don't pay them any thought because it's just that negative energy trying to make you manifest negative outcomes, right? So your advice is that your ships are coming in, sweethearts. All right, Libra, your ships are coming in. You had a choice to make, right? You're having a choice to make. I just gave you what choices you should be doing for today. Okay. I'll give you more info tomorrow. Don't forget that. So for whatever choice you decide to make, your ships will come in for that. All right. So in your community, in your vicinity, there is an emperor. All right. There is an emperor in your energy. You just can't see it. That is that message of abundance here, right? You just can't see it because you're too involved in yourself at the moment, okay? So try to get out of that and forget about the betrayal in the past. It's irrelevant now. It's in the past. You can't change it. So let it go and start paying attention to not just yourself, but the world around you so you can receive everything that you're needing and wanting. Okay. Next up, your hopes and fears is a fight. Okay. This card has been coming out a lot today. All right. There's a big fight here, and I feel like it's a fear of yours. Okay. A big fear of yours. And that they're trying to tell you that you don't have to fear that because your ships are coming in, right? So that your best possible outcome, Libra, is continuing on your journey. Continuing on your journey, sweet pea. That is what you need to do. And that is going to be your best possible outcome here. That is how you're going to receive the message. That is how you're going to receive your emperor. Even if you are male, okay, even if you are a male, then you can still receive an emperor, because you know what? I'm going to tell you right now, I am one of the girliest girly girls you could ever know, but I resonate in my masculine energy most of the time. That is just me. That's how I've always been. I've always done things for myself. Okay. And I had to learn how to balance out my feminine and my masculine energy. It's a process. Okay. The whole journey is a long process, a lifelong process, mind you. Okay. So then, with that being said, continue on. Stop being so self-involved. Okay. Just a little bit. All right. And that's for today. Maybe tomorrow you need to be self-involved. We don't know until tomorrow. Okay. So let me get you your oracle message. And they gave you two as well. They are saying the sun will come out tomorrow. Right. Okay. And then Cancer and Cancer energy. So I'm going to get you what those two cards mean right now so you can use that to your best ability today to benefit you in your energy. The sun is strongly associated with your birthday, the day you came into being, and represents the need to express your sense of self. Other issues involve variations of this, such as self-image, self-esteem, individuality, identity, and personal creativity. Ideas about paternal figures and authority might also be indicated if the sun card appears. Maybe you got some daddy issues. I don't know. I had to say it. They told me to say it, so I said it. Okay. All right, Cancer. The sensitive energy of water finds strength and direction through the cardinal take charge quality. It reminds you that emotional intelligence plays a huge role in shaping relationships and life. The key phrase, I feel, means that the motivation comes from your emotions. In this situation, ask what feels right. Take the emotional temperature of the situation before acting. Feelings are complicated things. We often confuse our actual emotions with the stories we tell ourselves about those emotions. Those stories can distract us from the actual feeling. Avoid emotional manipulation of yourself and of others. All right, sweet peas. So that was your message, Libra. I hope it resonated. If it didn't, come back another day or go and check out my other social. I got more Those are timeless reads on YouTube. All right. And also, I have more reads here on TikTok as well, if that did not resonate with you. All right. So now I close Libra's door, please. And thank you, Spirit. And we are going to move on to Scorpio. All right. Did I close that door? Close that door. Give everybody back their power and energy. Please and thank you. Woohoo! You're crushed. Yay! I'm so glad you're still here, darling. Let's see what's going on in Scorpio's energy, Spirit. Oh, okay. Whew. I was like, what the hell? It is not 12:17. I don't know why my son's phone does that. It's connected to my accounts and everything, but he uses it most of the time. But his is always an hour behind. It's weird. Anyhow, take a drink right fast. Here we go. Open up Scorpio's door, please, and thank you, Spirit. It is. Okay, I'm sorry. Just so y'all know, they want me to make this a point is your dream team, when you talk to them, they should be like your best friends, okay? You have to remember that. It's not all about them being nice to you, because they're not going to fucking be nice to you, okay? They're going to sit there and mock you, and they're going to yell at you, just so you're aware. If they're not doing that, that is most likely the evil, devilish energy, okay? The devil has a soft voice, not your dream team, because they want you to go on the right path. Now, if you're on the right path already, you know, you went through that awakening, you went through that dark night, all right, then it starts to lessen, unless you just start doing, you know, you're really contemplating on something that isn't in your best interest and you already know that. And that's when they'll start yelling at you again. But if you're doing good, then they'll tone it down a little bit. But sometimes, you know, my dream team gets annoyed with me because I repeat myself all the time. I'm like, okay, well, let's do this. They're like, it fucking is. All right. And I'm like, okay, sorry. Gotcha. Just so everybody knows that. All right. They wanted me to make that abundantly clear because I know y'all hear me talking to my dream team. And I'm like, yeah, okay, well, fuck, man. Okay. Sorry. My bad. All right, Scorpio. So in your current energy is something about balancing finances, balancing your life, balancing your emotions, something of that sort. You will, sweetie pie, you will. All right. So there's a balancing act happening. It can also represent judgment of some sort. Okay. You know, you see weighing the scales and whatnot. Or justice. I apologize. Justice. But the challenge is here a king of coins, Scorpio. All right. That is the challenge here, is whether or not to, I feel like it's more of balancing out emotions or your life, because there's a king of coins, somebody very prosperous that wants to give to you. And you're like, I don't know what to do. You know, that kind of, oh, I don't know. It sounds so good, but I don't know. That kind of energy. Okay. So the need to focus on, Scorpio, is your strength here. Okay. That is what needs to be focused on. Your courage, your strength, your ambition, and what you know how to do. Okay. Your fiery energy. This can be associated with Leo energy, of course. That is the strength card. Okay. Next up, in the recent past was a moving and sailing to calmer waters, possibly a trip overseas, doesn't have to be, but a sailing to calmer waters kind of era was in the recent past for you, Scorps. Okay. And your strengths is being honest to yourself and to everybody else around you. That is your strength, Scorpio. Good for you. Honesty is one of the best policies. So, in the near future, my Scorpio loves, you will be resting. This is a rest, rejuvenation, and getting back to you kind of card. Taking a nap. Go take a nap because nothing's gonna hurt you. There's four swords trying to stab the bear, but the bear is just sound asleep because they're not reaching it, right? They're like, fuck it, I don't care, nothing can hurt me. Okay. And you got to remember that, Scorpio. Nothing can hurt you. Just go ahead and take a nap. So the advice from Spirit is celebrating with friends and or family. So it's time to go have a celebration is what they're saying. And they just said with friends. So that's what needs to happen right now, Scorpio. You need to get back to your best friends if you have best friends. I have like one that isn't my husband or my son or my dream team. You know what I mean? I have one and she lives all the way in Kansas. I miss the fuck out of her. I miss my other best friend, but we're not on speaking terms. Anywho, so in your vicinity is some kind of fight in your community, okay? That is what's happening around you. They want you to know to not pay any mind to that. Okay, hi, Theresa. Don't pay any mind to whatever is happening outside of you. Okay, that's what they need you to remember. That if it has nothing to do with you, walk away. There's no reason for you to get involved. If it doesn't have anything to do with you, mind your own fucking business. Right? That's the whole thing with the spiritual journey is minding your own fucking business, bros. Okay. I have to tell you that because it is imperative. There's a lot of people that are very snoopy. And, back when I was in my toxic era, I was one of those people. So I get it. I understand. That was a red flag for me. Okay. So just pay attention to you and what you got going on. Don't worry about anybody else outside of you. Okay. If they're fighting outside of you, let them go fight. That's their problem, not yours. Okay. So your hopes and fears, Scorpio, is this love offer coming in. This is your hopes and fears. I feel like it's both a hope and a fear, not one or the other. It's a hope and a fear. You want this love offer to come in, but at the same time, you had some issues in the past that were really hindering your journey. And so now you're still kind of fearing it. And you're like, but I want to keep going on my journey. I don't want to stop doing what I'm doing for this love offer to come in. So it's a catch-22 kind of thing there. 22 might be relevant for you. 122 and 33 might be very relevant for you. And 123 and 124. Okay, you might be seeing those numbers a lot lately. So what is the best possible outcome, Spirit, for this? Is an offer to fuel your passion and your desires, whatever it is you're driven to do. Okay, whatever you're passionate about, whatever you desire the most, that offer is going to come in. And it doesn't mean that it's a love offer. Okay, it means that it could be a business offer, a business deal, something to build up your coins. And that is the best possible outcome coming out right now, Scorpio. So then, for the day, we are going to now get you your Zodiac Oracle card. Come back tomorrow to find out what you need to do tomorrow. But today, you need to be in a Cancer mode to help benefit you the best way it can, okay? Best way you can benefit you and the best way your dream team can help benefit you. The sensitive energy of water finds strength and direction through the cardinal take charge quality and reminds you that emotional intelligence plays a huge role in shaping relationships and life. The key phrase, I feel, means that the motivation comes from your emotions. In this situation, ask what feels right. Take the emotional temperature of the situation before acting. Feelings are complicated things. We often confuse our actual emotions with the stories we tell ourselves about those emotions. Those stories can distract us from the actual feeling. Avoid emotional manipulation of yourself and of others. Comfort fucking nation. All right. So that is exactly what I was saying in here. It makes total sense to me. All right. I hope it makes total sense to you, Scorpios. All right. But this is you need to focus on what you really want and what you really need. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure it does, sweetheart. So we are now going to close out that door, Scorpio, and give you back your power and your energy, my sweet loves. And then we're going to move on to Sagittarius. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Open up that door, Spirit, for Sagittarius, please. Don't treat me like that, Rose. They're like, yes, master. I say that to my husband all the time. Yes, master, sir. Right away, master, sir. I'll get it done right away, master, sir. Oh, I love him. I love him. Okay, here we go. Sagittarius, the Mobies in your current situation. A tower. Interesting. And I smile because I fucking love towers. All right. Towers are the best thing ever to me. All right. Some people don't like them because they don't want to be out of their current situation. All right. But for me, when a tower falls, I'm like, fuck yes. Now I get to start over and do what I originally planned to do. Right. And towers will fall constantly throughout our whole lives. Okay. It'll always happen. They're meant to fall so you can rebuild the way you want to. The challenge here is options. Options. Lots and lots of options, Sagittarius. Okay. That is beautiful. I love it. I'm here for it. All right. That is a challenge, though, for you. I feel like you're getting a lot of offers and getting kind of bombarded. And you're like, what the fuck do I do now? All right. So, next up, what you need to focus on is the King of Pentacles. All right. And that's you right there. That is you, Sagittarius. That is what you need to focus on. Stop worrying about the options. Okay. That tower came down so you can start rebuilding and so you can rebuild abundantly. Okay. Whatever that abundance is for you doesn't necessarily have to be coins, it can be of love, emotions, whatever. Okay. You can have an abundance of groceries if that's what you're wanting. Okay. Whatever that abundance is, that's what you need to focus on. In the recent past, there was a happy family, happy life, the creme de la creme, right? The whole emotional package there in the recent past. And we're going to get back to that. I feel like that's where the tower came in because that's what is next to it, right? That's what's next to it. And if you see it, because TikTok, you won't see it the way I'm seeing it down here if I have them switched like that. So this is actually looking away from the tower, right? So it's not really happening anymore, right? So that's what I'm feeling. That was what the tower was. It's done and over, but hey, we survive, we keep going, we move on to higher levels, all right? It's time to move on from that energy. Next up, we have the Hangman, all right? The Hanged Man. And with that being said, I'm not feeling stagnant energy for your strength. I'm not feeling that at all. What I'm feeling from this is your strength is that you look at things from a different perspective. You don't see it one-sided, okay? And that's good. You shouldn't. because not everything is one-sided. There's different views on everything. Okay. In the near future, we have your ships coming in because you are perceiving the world in a different way than everybody else. That is what's happening right now. Your ships are going to come in very soon here in the near future. Now, your advice from Spirit is that you are a spiritual warrior. So buck up, bro. The tower was a good thing. It happened for you, not to you. Okay? You are a spiritual warrior. You are resilient. Nothing can tear you down. Just like the wounded warrior card, right? They both represent the same thing. You have everything at your fingertips and you know how to use it and you know how to get through it, spiritually or physically, whichever it is. You got the know-how, you got the power. I've got the power, right? You got the power, sweetness. Hey, hey, hey. Sorry, don't want to do that. Sorry. Okay, so in your community, right here, we have the Knight of Wands here. So this is in your energy, in your vicinity, not right in your energy, but somewhere near your energy. And with the Knight of Pentacles, that is an offer of whatever fuels your passion, your drives, your desires. And that is what they are trying to get across to you, that you are a spiritual warrior and it's right there. It's right there at your fingertips. All you have to do is reach out and touch it. That's it. Just reach out and touch it, loves. Okay. Your hopes and fears are that you're going to be sitting out, left out in the cold. All right. With that being said, this is definitely a fear. It's not a hope. Obviously, right? Nobody wants to be left out in the cold. Unless you're from the north and you're in a hot area, right? That's exactly what I'm going through right now. I'm like, I just want some cold weather. Fuck the desert. It's hot. It's hot here and I'm used to the cold. Anywho, so then, like I was saying, you're fearing being left out in the cold. Even if you do end up being left out in the cold, don't fear it. It's okay because that's making you a better you, if you catch my drift. Okay, that is helping you to become the more resilient spiritual warrior. All right, the best possible outcome is a heartbreak. Okay, and I'm not saying that it is a good thing. No, it's not. Heartbreaks suck. They really, really do suck. But the thing is with this heartbreak, they want you to know that that is the best possible outcome with this tower happening right now. Okay? Because you need your heart to be broken right now so you can receive all this good stuff that they already have out here for you. That is the reason for the heartbreak. You have to rebuild and start again is what they're saying. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's happening for you, not to you, right? All right. Now then, Sagittarius, there's a lot of fire energy here. So this is a lot of your energy. Fire, fire, fire. What is the Zodiac Oracle say for today? Spirit, well, that one just flew and flipped and flopped and everything. So we're doing that one. Scorpio. All right. This is what you need to be in. Okay. Stop it with all the fiery stuff right now. I really feel like the fire is burning too hot, not too bright, too hot. It's preventing you from getting everything that you're wanting and desiring right now. So you need to cool down with some water is what I'm feeling here. Okay. And whenever that heartbreak comes through, I really heavily feel like you need to, use that water energy and the fire together. I don't know if y'all seen the movie on Disney, Elemental. Friggin', I say that story is all about me and my husband. I swear it is. I swear it is. Because he's water and I'm fire. And that's exactly how it all worked out for us. We were very incompatible in the beginning and we made it work, right? So I feel like you need to use all elements here. The mysterious energy of water takes on a fixed quality of intensity to suggest a determined quest to unearth the truth. The key phrase, I create, plays out as a motivation to create reality based on hand-picked truths. In this situation, ask, what is the truth behind the facade? Things are not always what they seem. The energy of Scorpio is alluring and powerful and can be dangerous when pursued for its own sake rather than as a means to a healthy and balanced end. Avoid using your powers for evil. So there you have it, Scorpios. I mean, Sagittarius. Apologies. I was reading this card. There you have it, Sagittarius. That is your read for today. We'll see if the energy changes tomorrow. I have a feeling it will if you're reading this or if you were here for the reading. There you go. See, look at what Karina just put down there. She is absolutely right. The heartbreaks suck. They suck to no end, but they're for your best good. They really are. No doubt. I close your door, Sagittarius. Give it back your power and energy. Ooh, my mouth doesn't want a mouth right now. La 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 la. Me. No, I'm just kidding. I was in choir once upon a time. All right. So now we move on to Capricorn, and I need to take a little pause for a second. Y'all already know that I smoke, so I need to just go off screen for a second. I finally realized that it was because I was smoking on on camera, so that's why I kept getting restricted. Woohoo! Capricorns! Give me just 1 second. 1 second. Maybe 2, maybe 3 seconds. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Much better. More better. Muy bueno. All right. I closed out that last door, right? Give everybody back their power and energy. Thank you. All right, let's open up Capricorn's door, please, and thank you, Spirit. Let's see. What do you have for Capricorn today, my darlings? Geek. No, I'm just kidding. Woo! See, I can make fun of myself, too. It's funny in my head. All right, here we go. In your current situation, a generosity. That's what's happening right now, Capricorn, is you're being very generous right now with your time, your money, your efforts, your love, whatever it is for you, okay? Your challenge is being a knight in shining armor. It's very difficult for you to be in this energy, okay? It's very challenging to be in a knight in shining armor. So you are trying to lead with truth and honesty in your situation with this generosity going on, and it just feels like it's not really working out for you. What you need to focus on, my sweetheart, is being true to yourself, all right? Being true to yourself is more important right now. That's what you need to focus on. You need to not only be true to yourself, but truthful to others as well. Okay. Next up is what happened in the recent past. So there was a message that came in the recent past about your passion and desires, whatever you're driven for. That's what came in here in the recent past. Next up, your strengths. That's interesting. What do you mean by that, Spirit? So right now your strengths are being deceitful with the 7 of Swords here. That's what you are being strong with. Interesting. All right, Cap. What's in the near future here? A fiery, passionate, desirable new beginning with the Ace of Swords. So with being deceitful, what I mean there is not being honest with yourself and with everybody else. You feel like it's making you strong, but it's not. That's why this is what you need to focus on. The new beginning in being truthful and honest with yourself. That's what that deceitful energy in your strengths mean. You feel like it's your strength, is what I'm getting from my spirit guides. To be, not completely honest with yourself is what they're saying to me. Okay. And I feel like you really need to start going with the flow, not pushing so much on something. I don't know what that is. I'm getting, maybe it's with being generous to somebody or something, and you're not letting it go in naturally. You're not going with the flow because energy is flowing. Um yeah. So your advice here, sweetheart, is to go on your journey. Take the unbeaten path, have that awakening, understand who you really are. And by doing that, yes, it is a lonely road. It is. I get it. I've been there. I've done it. I got the fucking t-shirt and the mug. Okay. The dark night is a bitch, but it got me here today. It's a long road, but it gets you where you need to be. In order to receive everything that your heart desires and what you really want. That is what you need to do. That is the advice Spirit is giving you right now. Okay. Next up, in your community around you, in your vicinity, is the Wheel of Fortune. They're telling you, you can receive this Wheel of Fortune. You can receive the good luck. You can have everything in the palm of your hand if you do this, if you go on your journey, if you figure out who you are and what you're meant to do, what your purpose is on this earth. Okay, why you were born into existence in this time. Okay, next up is your hopes and fears. So you are hoping that you can become this spiritual warrior, but you're also fearing that you won't become this spiritual warrior. Okay, that is what I'm feeling. It's a hope and a fear meshed into one. So if you want to be the spiritual warrior, all you have to do is take a little stroll. Okay. Go on the unbeaten path, because if you take the path of least resistance, it's never going to get you to where you want to be. Never. It won't. Okay. The people who ascend are the ones that go down the hard roads. Okay. The roads that nobody else goes down. The best possible outcome that is going to happen is you're going to feel left out in the cold. And that is the best possible outcome. All right, Capricorn. And the reason for that is so that you can go on your journey. So whatever you're doing over here, being generous, trying to be a knight in shining armor here, okay? Because if you notice, they're facing away from each other, right? They're both facing away from each other. This lady over here is facing this way, and the knight is going another way. So you being generous and trying to be a knight in shining armor is not going to work out for you. You need to stop, reevaluate, rewind, and understand your mission. You need to go on this journey so that you can become the spiritual warrior. With that being said, going on the journey is going to make you feel left out in the cold. Yes, it's going to do that, because you're going to feel like, well, I tried so hard to make this happen. It's not going to happen in the way that you're wanting it to happen, because you haven't ascended to wherever you need to ascend to. Once you start ascending, that's when this new beginning is going to take place. Once you really start to figure out who you are, do some research if you want. If you want to go on this journey, I'm not telling you you have to go on this journey. Okay, sweetheart? That is not what I'm telling you at all. It's up to you if you want to or not, and if you want the best possible outcome for yourself. Okay? Because, today, this is going to be the best possible outcome, okay? Because it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. Yeah, my for my general reading, sweetheart, hit up my DMs. It's $5 for a full on past, present, and future. Okay. And then for just a 9-card spread, it's $3. For a 3-card spread, it's $1. If you go to my DMs, hit me up in my DMs, and I will give you the information for my Cash App and all that good stuff. Okay, sweetie? Nothing. Nothing. I do zodiac signs on the live. Okay, it's free on the live. All right. If you want, though, Liz, you can go, like, if you missed your zodiac sign just now, you can go to my YouTube. It's the same as my handler on TikTok. It's at Tarot Truth 144 on YouTube. It's recording right now. Okay, 144 may be relevant to you guys, just so you know. So Capricorn, that's if you want this new beginning that you're desiring so much, and it's a passionate beginning that you're wanting. Yeah, you're going to have to go on your journey, and you're going to have to feel left out in the cold for a minute, sweetheart, okay? And it's going to be okay. It's happening for you, not to you. So just don't forget that. You know, and I can always give tips and help people out as much as I can about the journey. You know, it's hard, and it was really hard to do it by myself. I had no other support except for tarot readings, you know, but I am here to help everybody and get their messages out to them. So if you need help, just let me know. Ask me in my DMs or whatever, you know, say, hey, can you help me out with this? And I will help you. I'm glad to. That's not a problem. It might take me a little while to get back to you. So don't think that I'm ignoring you, because I'm not. Okay. I'm just a very busy person, but I do check my messages all the time as much as I can. Okay. So for today, Neptune is the way you need to go. All right. Neptune is the energy you need to be in today in order for this to happen. Let's see. Neptune. Neptune is associated with the Roman god Neptune, who is the ruler of fresh and salt waters of the earth. Neptune is a complex planet governing diverse human drives such as imagination, compassion, and psychic experiences. Bundled with those ideas are issues of sacrifice and obligation. Balancing between giving and resentment can feature large with this card. So, I'm freezing. Did you not see that? Okay. Like I said, you can always go to my YouTube. Okay, it's recording right now as we're on the live here on TikTok. You can always go to my YouTube so you can recap and replay everything that you're wanting to listen to. Okay. So then, I now close your door, Capricorn, give you back your power and your energy. All right, sweethearts. Now we're going to move on to Aquarius. We're almost done here. We got 2 more. Got Aquarius and Pisces. You're welcome, sweetheart. Not a problem at all. Yay! Love it. Level 5 monster, huh? Okay. I keep getting invited a lot to these. Yes, do it. Okay. Yay, Aquarius! Woohoo! My best friend is an Aquarius. The other one is a Gemini. So I resonate very well with air energies. I like air energies. I've always, they fuel up my fire. You know what I mean? They're like, whoosh, here you go, Lisa. Burn, baby, burn. And I do. All right. Aquarius, here we go. Open up that door, Spirit, please, and thank you. It was like a whoosh. It was like it opened and closed and opened. Okay. Your current situation. All right. A message about some kind of abundance, my sweet loves. Okay, so right now you're getting a message of abundance. Do not get scammed. Okay, that's what I'm hearing right now. Do not get scammed because they're probably lying to you. Your challenge is you understanding that you are the star, right? Shine bright like a diamond. That's what your challenge is you're not realizing how amazing you are, how abundant you are without those messages coming in. They might be sliding into your DMs, okay? And leave it alone. Ignore that, okay? That's what I'm feeling heavily here. All right, sweethearts. Next up is what you need to focus on is your strength, okay? Your strength, your courage to be strong, your fiery energy, your passion, okay? That is what you need to focus on. Yep, you are strong. So even though you're an air energy, I feel like you need to kind of get into your more fiery energy, which, every one of us can embody any of the elements. Some of us a little more on other elements than the others. But, when we balance all the elements out, we get a sublime outcome, right? And I'm already seeing right here, I have earth, air, and fire. I wouldn't be surprised if water comes out as well, okay? In your recent past, very toxic energy here with the devil, okay? So you went through something. And it's been hindering your intuition lately, is what I'm feeling with this offer coming in, and you not understanding that you are a star, okay? And now you're not really focusing on your strength and that's what you need to do. You need to forget what was in the past. Forget the toxic energy. No, not forget it. Learn from it, okay? I apologize. Let it go. Let it go and just continue on your path, is what they're saying here. Next up, your strength is that you need to rest. That is what will give you strength to have strength. Okay. You need to take a nap, rejuvenate, drink your water, is what they're telling me here. You need to really drink your water and understand who you are. Remember who you are, Simba, right? Okay. So in the near future, I knew it. I fucking knew it. I told you. The Four of Cups. Okay. The Four of Cups is here, and that is the divine, that little fish up there, offering you a new cup of love. Okay, so whatever was toxic in the past, let it go and understand that something better is coming in for you. It happened for a reason. I don't believe in coincidences. I don't, and I never will. Okay, because everything happens for a reason. So a new cup of love is coming in for you. Your advice right now is that you are feeling left out in the cold, okay? Feeling left out in the cold isn't a bad thing, okay? That just means that you are going to learn from this situation as long as you take it that way. If you don't learn from this situation, you're going to repeat everything, okay? So don't feel left out in the cold, is what they're saying. Next up in your community is an unconditional love. Everybody loves you. Your dream team loves you unconditionally. Your friends, your family, whoever is around you, they love you unconditionally. Okay? Next up is your hopes and fears. So you're hoping for this new cup of love, but they're already saying that they're giving it to you here in your near future. So with that being said, I don't know you, and I don't know your life, and where you're resonating with this, but it could be for you. It could be for somebody else. Okay. So take it how it resonates. If it doesn't resonate, then use the other scenario here. Okay. So I am getting from this one, and I don't get this very often, but I am getting pregnancy vibes. I'm getting that this new cup of love, the message of love, is possibly a pregnancy. Okay. And that is probably from this new cup of love that's coming in. But, with the little fish sitting in there, okay, you see the fish in the cup. Where's the cup? There it is. In the cup. Okay, there's a fish in the cup. And for me right now, I'm getting a baby somewhere in the mix. Okay. But if you don't want a baby and you don't want to have babies, it's just a new message of love from the divine, from a new partner, whatever it is. Okay. Next up, your best possible outcome. Okay, Aries and Gemini, I just seen that. Okay. Go to my YouTube and it's recording on there too. Go to my lives on my YouTube at Tarot Truth 144. Okay. And you can replay everything so you can get your reading. Okay. I go in order from Aries to Pisces, just so everybody knows. All right, sweethearts. Your best possible outcome. That is interesting. What do you mean by this, Spirit? Oh, okay. So I got a deceitful energy, okay, in your best possible outcome. With that, I feel like this means that you are going to be able to use both your good and your bad energies together, right? Your light and your dark energies. That's what they wanted me to tell you. So with that toxic energy that was in the past, it's going to actually benefit you as long as you balance both of them out. That is the best possible outcome. You need to balance the dark and light together in order to manifest all of this. And the feeling left out in the cold, it's okay. You will get over it. Okay? That is what they want you to know right now, today. We'll see tomorrow if the energy shifts. So, Zodiac sign oracle. Zodiac oracle, please and thank you. Oracle. I've been doing this for a little while. All right, Leo. What did I tell you? You need to be in your fire energy, in your strength energy. That's what Leo is. It's strength. This represents Leo right here, that card. All right. So you need to be in a Leo energy right now, a very fiery energy right now. Today. Okay, we'll see what you need to be in tomorrow. Let's see. There it is. The passionate energy of fire gives life to the fixed focus quality and says, remember your sovereignty. Express your natural leadership qualities. This is no time to be shy, but instead accept the spotlight. The key phrase, I will, says it all. Your will shall be done because you make it happen. Ask yourself, how can I shine? Gather all your courage and confidence and create your reality. Leo energy is all about confidence and taking your rightful place as king of the jungle. But you are not really the boss of anyone else, and you are not infallible. Avoid arrogance. So there you have it, Aquarius. That is your read for today, my darlings. I now close your door and give you back your power and your energy, sweethearts, okay? And next up is Pisces. Last but certainly not least. I love Pisces because, they're the beginning and the end all at the same time. I love it. I have to put you back in there. Shuffle that up a little bit. Woo! I'm getting an energy. Somebody stoned? Somebody stoned over there? Pisces energy? I got a little head rush over here. Hey, I don't judge. I do a little bit here and there. Not when I'm reading, okay? I don't drink, I don't smoke or anything like that while I'm reading. I have to have a clear head and all that stuff while I read. I will never do readings if I'm enhancing myself. Enhancing my mental capacity. Whatever, hindering, whatever, however you see it. But anywho, here we go. Pisces, open up that door, Spirit, please, and thank you. Please and thank you. Pisces, here we go. Your current energy is your ships are coming in, my sweet loves. Ooh, that is amazing. Your challenge is your options that are coming in. Okay, so you might be getting bombarded by options. What is the focus? Ooh, hi Erica. Good to see you, sweetheart. So Pisces, your focus is you need to start using your high priestess energy. The high priestess is very intuitive, very spiritual, very wise, highly intelligent, compassionate, magical, mystical, all of the things that every queen, including the empress, embodies. She is all of them all rolled up into one ball, right? And that is what you need to be in. That's what you need to focus on, my sweethearts. Next up, we have in the recent past, there was a message about love that came in. Okay, Pisces? And, really? I usually don't get pregnancy with this card, but today I've gotten it twice now. So maybe you were pregnant, Pisces, or you are pregnant now, something of that sort. Okay, what's your strengths? The Emperor. Okay, that is your strength right now. You are in your emperor mode. All right. So you are embodying all the kings rolled up into one, and you are the emperor. The emperor rules over all the kings. So he embodies all of their qualities as well. But yes, that is your strength. But what you need to focus on is not, holy shit. I'm telling you, I rarely get pregnancy vibes from this card, bro. I'm so serious. I rarely get pregnancy vibes, but I've gotten it twice today already. Okay. That's Hey, that just means I'm on point here. All right. So, yes, your strengths are being in your masculine energy. All right. That is your strength. But especially with pregnancy going on, sweetheart, I really feel like you need to start getting into your feminine energy. I don't know if you're not with your partner or what, but I feel like you've been on your grind because of everything happening. And so you've been stuck in your masculine energy, which it is a strength. It is a very good strength, but I feel like you need to balance the feminine and the masculine together. Okay. In your near future, there's going to be some kind of deceptive energy. Okay. That's coming in your near future. So you need to beware. You need to stay positive and understand and use your intuition, okay, with your high priestess quality, because you are very smart and very wise and very intuitive, especially if you're pregnant, because when you're pregnant, you get all of those emotions, all those intense feelings, and that will help you to discern this deceitful energy that's coming in the near future. For your advice is that you need to sit on your coins. You need to not spend frivolously. You need to understand that you have stuff to get paid. Okay? You have to, and also they're saying in the future, you're going to have to spend a lot of money. So stack up your coins, stack up your money. Don't go spending unless you absolutely have to. Okay? So be frugal in your vicinity, in your community, you're needing to take a leap of faith. I don't know what community. I don't know if it's here on TikTok, if it's on another social platform, or if it's in your actual physical realm. All right. But there's something about you needing to take a leap of faith. Maybe it's this reading right now. You need to take a leap of faith and understand that I am trying to give you the best advice I'm trying to give you. Right. And with that being said, stop spending all your monies. Okay. I understand buying baby clothes is fucking awesome. I remember it. I remember when I was pregnant with my son, I wanted to spend all the money on him. Okay. I remember. I do. And it was that's what I wanted to do. So I did it. And, you have to remember, once the baby's born, you need to spend a lot more money than you did on the clothes. All right. So build up your money, save it. Don't be frugal. Okay. Your hopes and fears are that you're going to receive the world. You're scared that you're not going to receive it. Okay, I feel like it's a fear. I feel like you are fearing that you're not going to receive everything that you've been working your ass off to get. But remember, over here, your ships are coming in. And if you see this from your past right here, the pregnancy vibes that I got, right? And your ships coming in, this messenger is looking towards what's happening in your current energy. Okay, so that means that, yes, it's coming in, it's happening. So you don't have to fear not being able to get your world on. Okay, you don't have to fear that you're going to get all the abundance, all the love, everything that you want. Okay, it's coming in for you. Your best possible outcome is a message of truth. I don't know exactly what this message of truth is, but I mean, it could be this reading, it could be from the options that you had out here, right? Or it could be from this deceitful energy. You're going to receive the truth somewhere in the midst here. But use your discernment, use your intuition, and you'll get through it just fine. Okay? So let me get you your Zodiac Oracle. What energy you need to be in today. Remember, I do these readings daily. Okay, I do the Zodiac readings every day so we know what's going on for the day. You are so welcome, sweetheart. You are so very welcome. And this one, Taurus energy. Interesting. All right. So this is the energy you need to embody today. Let's see what it says for you, darling. One more. There it is. The stable energy of Earth combines with the fixed, determined quality and advises practical planning. Gather the facts, understand the data, figure out the next best step. The key phrase I have means that the motivation is centered on resources and to best deploy them. In this situation, ask, what do I have and how can I best invest it? Make a plan and commit yourself to seeing it through. Determination is a great quality, but if taken to an extreme, it can lead to disaster. While you are being advised here to make and commit to a plan, be flexible enough to modify it if need be. Avoid stubbornness. So I just got confirmation. I don't know if you just saw the lights flicker, but I just got the confirmation for you, my darlings. And yeah, you need to save your money, is what I'm feeling here. All right. So I hope that helped you, Pisces. I am done with all the readings. I close your door, I give you back your power and energy. And I hope to see you in the next one. All right. Don't forget, you can join me on YouTube as well. If you need to replay any of that, okay? If you need to replay and reassess what I have said today, go to my YouTube channel. All right. You are very welcome, and you are awesome as well, sweetheart. I appreciate you coming in. I love everybody so, so very much. I'll see you later. Peace. Oops. There we go.